Yeah, I hear 'em talking though. They ain't saying much, so what the fuck they talking for? Oh yeah, that's what it is. I wish a nigga would. You wish a nigga did.
Yo.
What it is. It's your boy DJ Morles.
And comedian Var360.
We here for episode 3.
We back at it.
Real talk. You already know what it is.
Keeping
know the
this
vibes.
thing flowing.
So far, it's been a lot going on.
It's been a lot, bro. First and foremost, DJ Morles, how have you been, my brother?
I've been good. I'm in a good space right now.
You gotta ask these questions. How have you been mentally and how have you been physically? You know?
Physically, fucked up.
Yeah.
I just turned 42.
Ooh, I don't look like it, brother. You don't look like what you've been through because they always say black only crack when you smoke it, you know? That's the only time.
Other than that, my mental level was definitely good.
That's good, brother.
So how you been?
Another day above ground. You know me, man. I'm trying to just, no complaints. I want to complain like a motherfucker. I want to go sit in the closet and cry. But no, I'm not. I'm trying this new thing, like no complaining. Just trying to move forward, man. That's all. Life is 10% what happens to you and 90% how it reacts. So I'm just trying to react a lot more wiser.
Message.
Somebody's mental health is declining big time. You heard that?
Like you said, it's a lot going on. A lot we want to touch on. I mean, of course, people been hearing everything and all the rumors and so forth about the Will and Chris Rock.
Oh, wow.
It's like, yo, we keep finding out new stuff, and then it's like we find out, and then we be like, damn, more. It's like, damn it, man. Like I'm tired of it. But then
it's like the incident that won't go away.
I'm not necessarily tired of it. I'm tired of what they keep bringing to light. Like I always want to start the process of helping Chris and helping Will. Yeah. Whatever common ground can be found because it's damage control. That's what most people say. Now damage control is to be done. I always was taught too. A man is defined after what he does after he makes his mistakes.
Message.
So time to see what can they move forward beyond this. As two black men.
Because as far as I noticed, nobody has reached out to Chris. You know what I'm saying? Like to see how he been.
I've heard him someone interviewing him. I'm not sure if it was the Breakfast Club, but I heard her.
And I'm still kind of processing what happened. Like
that
was at one of his shows.
That was some days ago. So
that was at one of his shows.
Currently, I don't know, and I'm wishing Chris all the best for his mental health and everything like that.
Because that's definitely you can tell how the whole fiasco went about. I mean, like Will dealing with mental issues.
Big time. This isn't the first.
I honestly believe a lot of it stemmed from his marriage.
Yeah.
Which is very toxic.
My social media presence is my bread and butter, okay? So you can't just use me for social media and not, don't just start rolling. I'm standing in my house. Don't just start rolling.
Please watch us stare at the red table because she's helped us a lot. Can't you tell?
And for whatever reason,
I'm speculating like you because so many people over the years they be like, yeah, because Will was sleeping with white women and whatnot. And I'll be like, Will told you, or
exactly
was it somebody with a blog? Like
Now the only reason I judge it as toxic is because the personal business that she put out there.
Yeah,
which put a stain on him. Embarrassed. Like if you notice, Will, he been crying for help for a minute. You feel me? Because after all of that came out, he started jumping out of planes and shit like that.
Yeah, he was just like, Will was just living his best life. Like, damn, we thought you was living your best life already, Will. But
you thought he was living his best life.
Yeah, we did.
That was his cries for help.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Like, just randomly doing crazy shit like that.
And I feel like, too, because a lot of people said they seen something like this coming because I bought his book. I pre-ordered it when it came out. Yeah. But I didn't fully read it through. And a guy wrote out an excerpt from it stating how Will Smith watched his father beat his mother. Said he watched his father hit his mother so hard that she spit out blood, hit her in the head. Mm-hmm. He said in that moment he felt like he was a coward and he failed his mother. So he said in everything that he was trying to do, he was trying to fight that feeling of fear. And he was like, and I was like, damn, son. I was like, it always is something deeper, than what it lies with, especially with a black man.
It definitely is, and that's why I feel as though he has all the resources available to him. He needs to honestly get to the root of his problems.
Yes.
Writing a book is like him venting and trying to get it off his chest, but you still need work.
And honestly, I do believe he's a multi-million, he's successful and everything, but at the end of the day, we all need help.
Yeah, money don't buy everything.
We need we need help from people, bro. Like you don't as much as he's accomplished in his life, I'm sure he's very educated, he's got the most greatest advice, but there's somebody out there that still can tell him like, yo, Will, I've been through this. This is how, you know what I mean? Exactly.
The conversation that him and Denzel had, I don't know verbatim, but as far as what words that Denzel gave him, I believe that was the right words. The right words.
It's actually glad to see that on national television too. That there is some black men that's still gonna show up for other black men.
Yeah.
Especially since no age gap, because I hear a lot of that in the comedy game. You hear like, the young dudes, the older guys don't mess with the young dude. I'm like, man, just help.
Just help.
You know what I'm saying? Help me, help you, help everybody.
I mean, because it's with that, I feel as though it's like the crab in the
bucket mentality.
Yeah, that's exactly what it is.
I learned that. I used to say that, and then the question that somebody made me scratch my head, it was like, yeah, but it was like a crab's natural habitat isn't a bucket. They was like, how they get into the bucket? I was like, damn, you got a point there.
Message.
Damn.
But it's the older. I feel as though it's the older crowd that is feeling like they're getting pushed out.
Yeah,
and you know what I'm saying? You as long as you stay relevant with the younger guys, you ain't got to be doing what they do. You ain't got to be doing TikToks and shit like that. You know what I'm saying? But if you can still remain relevant.
I will honestly say what it is. You don't shun them out because you think they're young and they don't know nothing.
Exactly.
You know what I'm saying?
You embrace them.
Be open to like. And I heard this from Young Thug, and he was like, you know why Drake is where he's at right now? He was like, because Drake fucks with everybody. And I was like, yo.
The new talent that comes up, he embraces
and
them.
like, yo, that's how I tried to be when I first came into the comedy game. And sad to say, first people that raised an eyebrow at me was other black comedians. He was like, who the fuck is this guy? And it's like, bro, like, what do you really see? Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, I get it. You know what I'm saying? Don't trust every open hand and a smile. Like, yeah, we get it, bro. But God didn't just stop with you when he started making genuine people. You know what I mean? So, you got to hit people over the head with some real shit sometimes. You know what I mean?
Definitely. And it's like, like, dealing with being that we was talking about the Will and Jada fiasco, it's like, dealing with the mental issues. It comes a point in time where we have to stop making going to see a psychiatrist a stigma like, oh, you going to see a psychiatrist, what, you crazy? Or, that's white people shit.
You really got to stop. Like, Like, that's the most ignorant thing to say, man. So, you going to go see a therapist? And
because people cry for help. Like, I've seen personally myself the last 2 weeks, it's been at least about 3 or 4 kid suicides.
Yeah, and this is rough when you got children committing suicide. You mean to tell me this child has gone through his short, early age of life to realize, like, yeah, it ain't pretty much nothing else after this, man. Yeah. So I'm gonna just
after 14 years of life, you feel it's over.
And for most people, I try to do my research on it for suicide. You just want to understand. Some of us have actually battled with it, but you want to do the research. And for the most part, what I'm grasping is, most people decide the route of suicide is, I don't have to deal with tomorrow. I don't got to deal with those problems tomorrow.
And the sad part is everybody else still has to deal with it.
Exactly. The problems you don't have to deal with tomorrow, we're all going to deal with the problem of not having you tomorrow.
Because I used to be real naive to it. Because unfortunately I had 2 friends from Norway that took their own life.
I'm sorry, man. I have one, so I trust and believe. I know how you felt.
And at the time, I felt more anger than anything. It's like, yo, how selfish is that? Now your mother got a GoFundMe page, so now we got to fund your funeral. Your kids ain't got nothing. But it's like, damn, like when I started seeing things more often, it's like,
I don't know what he was going through.
Exactly.
Now you wish you that. I just wish I would have knew. And that's what I held myself accountable for my friend, because y'all really would be surprised how many people you pass daily who hit you. Like, a lot of people don't even realize I've passed them. And I've let them give me that, oh, I'm good, man, that fake smile and laugh. Like, because I was like, bro, I perfected it because I know what it looked like. I see it. I can see right past it. I'm like, oh, it's cool, bro. And I say something to them that goes right past it, and they look at me, and I was like, yeah, just come talk to me, if ever you need me.
Exactly. So, like, you got to look for the signs. Like, your friends and things like that, your associates. Like, a simple, how's it going, pull them to the side. Like, because everybody has issues.
Yes.
You never know, what somebody going through. Like, when them people snap and just go, like, that shit been building up. That's why I always tell people, like, do not fuck with people, because you never know what they're going through. You know what I'm saying? So,
and like, one of the things, like, one of the quotes that I see some people tell, like, they try to say a lot of times, and I'm trying to, like, I tell people, like, yo, I understand it, but I was like, there's got to be more light to it. A lot of people be like, oh, I don't tell people my problems, or talk to people to my problems, because what they gonna do if when I tell them. I was like, it may give you advice on those problems that you didn't even know they had. They may be able to point you in the right direction. I was like, you take risk at everything else.
If not advice, at least you lifted that off your chest.
Exactly.
Because you've been letting it sit there for so long.
And I asked people that, I was like, most of the people that I know that, like, they're late 20s, early 30s, I was like, yo, have you been through a lot of things in life right now to where you felt this little, like, yo, that felt good getting that off my chest? Like, yeah, it felt good because you said it, right? You got it out.
I was
like, don't take the power away from that. If people say there's power in words and manifestation, then there's power in releasing something too.
Exactly. Because I went through a similar situation. I had a lot going on, a lot sitting on my chest, a lot of weight on my back, and I ran into a situation. I think my car broke down or something like that, and it was this black lady, that came over to help me and just started talking to me. Don't know this lady a day in my life. Never met a day in my life. I started talking to her, broke down and cried.
Yeah, man.
And just let everything off my chest. That was the best feeling. Like, she just embraced me like, you know, baby, it'll be okay, and this and that. Started talking to me. And that was the best feeling. Like, that made my day, that made my month, that made my year. Cause
spiritual lottery, dog. Like, right? Like,
I just needed that. You know what I'm saying? So, like, you got to check on your people. You definitely do.
Like,
you know.
I had a situation that, like, you know how we all say, oh yeah, I know my car. Like, yeah, we all had that phase, and I was like, damn, I didn't know my car this day. And like, my car clunked out of gas right through the toll. So I put my coins in, I stepped on the gas, that young said, do. So luckily I was able to get it over, bro. And to my surprise, son, within a matter of 3 minutes, son, there's like 2 to 3 young and older black men helping me, digging in their pocket, like, yo, bro, you got a gas tank, this and this and that. And I'd be sitting here and I'd be like, yo, I'm used to being that person. And I'm like, yo, what can I do with comedy to get this to spread like wildfire? To be like, hey, I don't know you, bro, but I've been fucked up before. Let me help you.
Exactly.
You know what I mean? To pay me back, help the next brother. You know what I'm saying? So
you can't always look for the payback. Because funny thing is, I was in McDonald's yesterday, and there was this poppy in front of me. He ordered some shit, whatever he ordered, and it was like, let's say $6 and some change. All he had was the $6. Initially, I shunned him out because he turned around and was like, hey, bro, do you got I'm like, nah, bro, I ain't got it, man. So he's still feeling around like, shit. Like, all right, we'll just take it. And I thought about saying, you know what? I've been fucked up before. You know what I'm saying?
I know that.
He wasn't begging for money because he wanted to go get a bottle or he wanted to do. Like, the nigga was actually getting food. And it could have been for his pregnant girlfriend at home.
It would take a lot of power from people. I didn't even realize it. I watched a grown. I'm talking about this brother. I watched him, son. This man can deadlift 600 pounds. But I watched this man stutter, mumble one time just to ask me because he was short. Because he's so used to having it or whatnot. Yeah. He was like, yo, I'm like, yo, bro, you okay? Why are you stuttering? I was like, yo, you imagine the strength it took for him just to even ask you that? To turn around and be like, yo, I don't know you, but bro, and I was like, yo, I tell people all the time, I was like, look, if you with somebody, whether you a friendship, relationship, this is the most genuine thing you can do. If you're a genuine giving person, be that genuine giving person. Exactly. You're not a genuine giving person if you be like, oh, well, I do it for you. Like, nah, bro, then you wasn't genuine, my man.
Because, like, have you seen the videos been going on through social media? It's this dude that's been going around asking people like, oh, can you pay for this for me?
Yeah, I've been seeing them. Yeah.
I hope this is all true and all genuine.
Yeah.
But it was crazy. Like, so many people told him no. And it was that black mother. She had a bunch of kids. I think she was at Walmart or something like that. And
like, right in the line.
And she looked at him like,
had a scarf
come on, baby, just put it on the And he blessed her. You know what I'm saying? Like, you never really know. Like, somebody could really be down and out and just like, shit, like me, like, I forgot the money at home, or just I'm fucked up, but I really just need this real quick.
And like I said, yo, bro, when you go to do anything of that nature, soon as you say those words, you know what? I'm gonna be a better person tomorrow. As soon as you say that, son, the universe be like, all right, we got you, my nigga. Tomorrow's gonna be your day.
Message.
I was like, yo, I said I wanted to help, I wanted to give something, this and that. I just look at it as like, yo, God, you said you want to do that. So this person's right here. You don't know this person. They can't give you it back. Are you going to help? No.
So you know what I mean? Like, that's, something definitely we got to change as a people.
And speaking of suicide, man, rest in peace to all the young children that was lost recently, man. Definitely. Wow, man. Like, that's sad, bro.
It's definitely sad, because in one of the incidents that touched me real bad, it was close to home, right in Maplewood, New Jersey, for people that's looking outside of New Jersey. A mother picked up her son from Columbia High School because he was sick. Mm-hmm. Brought him home, dropped him off at home, this and that. 30 minutes later, after her dropping her son off, he grabbed a gun and committed suicide. That hit me like you just was with your son. Just
with him. You did not even know that was your last memory you made with him, and now
I could imagine what this mother's going through. Like, how didn't I see the signs? He was just in the car sitting next to me,
blaming herself.
Exactly.
No, that's another thing. She thinks she's failed. She feels there's nothing you're gonna say to her. She feels she failed as a mother. You can tell her like, yo, you did. It's not your fault. She's gonna live. With I failed as a mother.
So that one came close to home and it hurt. But on the flip side of it is like, I'm a firm believer of bearing arms and things of that nature. We definitely should have the right to bear arms, which you do, but you should definitely invest into that because home safety is also mental health also.
Exactly.
You get what I'm saying?
There's no sense of having a weapon and you don't know how to rightfully use it.
Yeah, so, like, but gun owners, whether it's legal or illegal, doesn't matter to me. I mean, you still have to have safety with it. Like, there's no way in hell a 3-year-old, a 5-year-old, a 10-year-old, 15-year-old should be able to have access to my weapon.
Yo, it's 2 points I wanted to point out. Like, when y'all were just saying, like, we was talking about the 2 kids that you seen. Some of us, sadly, we witnessed this video on Instagram Live. We seen a young female kill her cousin or whatnot. And a lot of us is not, and we speculating, you seen the size of that Glock? Exactly. Like, the clip on there was damn near the size of, I'm 6'4". That was almost the size of my knee to my damn ankle, bro. And I remember about 2 months ago, 2 teenagers in Newark, both under the age of 20. One was 19, I think the other one was 20. They both had some heroin. They both had Glocks, bro. And I thought this was a Photoshop. And it was like, nah. I didn't even know extended clips came that long on Glocks, bro. And I've seen them shits fire. So remember I was explaining things to y'all, you can tell when someone is actually walking around with that. Yeah. Because you kind of to the point was like, yo, bro, why are you just so out here with your chest pumped out? Like, you just walking up to people, like you eyeballing people in cars. You don't know who them people are. And I was like, yo, this starts to tell on you, like, okay. So.
But you know what, Var? To tap on what you just said, I'm not gonna lie. And somebody told me this a long time ago. When you have a firearm on you, I mean, I want to say illegally, and allegedly, I've had firearms on me, and they told me like, Dick, you walk around with a gun, you carry a different type of energy.
You feel invincible.
You feel invincible. You start looking for shit, and shit starts to look for you.
Damn, I don't want this shit looking for me.
You know what I mean, like, because you portray that because now you feel like you the man because you got something on you. Mm-hmm. I mean, like, anybody say anything, they getting it right now.
Which is it's a human trait, bro. You like, you know what I'm saying? It's just
but anybody. It's not necessarily, I mean, like, so the reason for me walking around with it was not because I had ops or beef, I mean, like, like, I just in case something pop off, I mean, like,
I get I honestly think I commend you. Do you want to make it to see the next day? How old are you, DJ Morles?
42.
Exactly, brother. We got a lot of friends that say I didn't see 21.
Exactly.
And I hate.
But that's not the mentality I had. You got to think, I'm 17, 18, 19 years old, walking around with a gun. It's for protection, it's for safety, just in case.
That shit comes my way.
Walking around like, what'd you say, fam? I mean, like,
yeah, so yeah, and like, the good and the bad.
Nigga, I was on the phone. Like, you know what I mean? So, but like, you do have to, you definitely have to teach gun safety, gun control. I mean, like you, and parents. Parents, whether you have it legal, illegally, however it is, you have to have your weapons locked up.
I'm gonna hold myself accountable too because as parents, we want to be the best parents. Some of us, my girlfriend says also, she's like, yo, you want to be the perfect father. She's like, you can't, it's impossible. But I believe it'll be with more parenting for us, and God believe most of us as parents, we stressed already. But yo, take your child, girl or boy, let them see if they want to do something like with boxing, some type of martial arts. You don't gotta force it on them, but try to make it like a fun activity for them and whatnot to see, because at the end of the day, that's what we got. We got our hands and our feet.
Exactly.
You know what I mean? Like, granted, yeah,
and that builds self-confidence also.
Exactly. It's like, because another thing too, I realized as I grew up, I used to think like, man, my cousins used to bully me, and they explained it one time. They was like, nah, we didn't want you being this big and somebody just coming along putting their hands on you because we can't be there all the time.
The funny thing, that was our way of training each other. Like, I'm gonna keep fucking with them. I'm gonna keep.
Yeah, so nobody don't come and pick on you.
Like, chill. Nah, I'm trying to toughen you up because, unfortunately, I have to toughen you up for the world.
Exactly.
You know what I'm saying? Like,
it's not gonna be like how, it's not gonna treat you how I treat you and look out for you. So
exactly.
Like, I think all my cousins to this day, like most of us, we had cousins that was in gangs and they never tried to get me to infiltrate, but that's what they said. They was like, yo, look, we can't control what you gonna do out here, but it was like, you ain't about to be out here being no punk out. You ain't about to be this big dude. And like, they stopped. Eventually, like, they just stopped. It was like, yeah, if our hands down there by his knees, we good. He had puberty, so we good now. I was like, all right.
And that's why, I mean, like, I can be privileged enough to send my kids to private schools, or I live in a certain neighborhood where my kids can actually go to this school. But I appreciate, I don't want to say these schools. You ain't following my kids around. But I appreciate my kids going to the schools that they go to because, yeah, you're going to run through trials and tribulations. And this school is going to make you tougher. Not tougher to be on the streets to be tough, but to be tougher in
the world that you're growing up in.
Exactly. I mean, you could be tougher in that.
My man.
You could be tougher in that boardroom. You could be tougher on that basketball court.
Y'all hear my man DJ Morles over here? Y'all hear these gems? Y'all better write this down. Write this down.
So
like,
that's how I look at it. I mean, because like this is not a soft world. I mean, you gotta
have
create
skin as tough as alligator skin.
Exactly. And like I say, it piggybacks into, I mean, mental health. Like Dick. Unfortunately, I don't know the circumstances, but Columbia High School, it's in Maplewood. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? That's a whole different demographic. Yeah, it's not like going to Weequahic High School.
Nope, not at all.
So, you know, the things that he probably would have been prepared for if he would have went to Weequahic, Irvington, something like that, it would have been nothing to him in Maplewood.
Yeah, exactly.
You know what I'm saying?
And like,
so,
not for nothing, that's why I never turn my back.
Him up.
Towns like Newark, Irvington, and whatnot. You from there? You can make it just about anywhere else.
It's gonna definitely build you up.
Most of those towns, East Orange, all them towns, bro. If you make it from there, you go anywhere, you be right.
So I mean, like, and that goes on to, I haven't seen the movie yet, but I want to see it. I mean, and it's funny because it's Will is the star, King Richard. You know what I mean? But I mean,
very good movie. I've seen it. It was a very good movie. As a girl dad, awesome movie.
And you got to look at how he thought, his mentality.
Mm-hmm.
They had bread, but I'm gonna move my kids to Compton, to the hood, to toughen them up. Mm-hmm. Unfortunately, they lost their sister. He lost his daughter. Yeah, you know what I mean, in the midst of it. But you know, like that's the mentality. Like I gotta toughen. I mean, like I gotta get you prepared for the world because this world is not sweet. Nobody's gonna give you nothing.
What tools can I give you that's gonna have you that you could thrive, take care of yourself when I'm dead and gone?
Exactly.
That's what most of my parents, you know, my mother, especially my dad, he was like, I just want to make sure you well off when I'm dead and gone. You can take care of yourself. You don't depend on nobody. You know, because
a lot of times, like my older kids, I mean, my older sons, they get into little things here and there, like Dad, can you such and such. I analyze the whole situation. Nah, bro, you got to figure that one out. Because when I was going through shit, like he ain't gonna, I know the person. He ain't gonna kill you. The worst thing is gonna happen. He's gonna punch you in the face. But this is the situation that you created. I can dead it right now.
Yeah,
but
if I do, it was to say you're not gonna keep doing it.
Keep doing it. And I mean, and it's just enabling you. So you got to figure this one out. I mean, I'm gonna watch from afar.
Great job, my book. Shit.
I'm gonna watch from afar and make sure. I mean, it don't go beyond a certain point.
And like, yo, this is what I see fatherhood. You know, and like, yo, you know what's even crazier? I commend a lot of brothers. Suppose, like, I'm not saying if you did it and whatnot, but just in theory, you didn't even have your dad. Mm-hmm. Like people say, you make a decision. I can either be like him or not like him. I know I got a lot of friends that didn't have a dad, and these niggas are those picnic dads. Like my man B takes his kids on picnics. You know what I'm saying? He didn't have his father. So I'm like, all right, you didn't see none of it. You know what I mean? So you made a decision. I'm going to not be like him. I'm going to do these things with my kids, you know?
And possibly that made him a stronger father because he knew all the things that he was lacking. Mm-hmm. I mean, and he watched movies, he watched TV and stuff like that. I'm like, damn, that's what I want my kids to, you know what I'm saying? When I do have kids. So that's what he strove for, I mean, to be the better person. You know what I mean? Like, so when he becomes a father, you know, like, fortunately, I grew up in a house with a father, you know, wasn't necessarily my biological father, but he stepped up and he became the man I wanted to be. You know what I'm saying?
Good. So you got you a positive role model, you know?
I mean,
but it all came down.
I still strive to be like him.
But ultimately, it still came down to he's showing you all the things that he was, but ultimately it was you to make the decision. I want to be like him and not like him. Because I remember they did this statistic. It was two twins, and it was like the father was a bad drinker, very bad drinker, and he had two twin boys. One twin boy grew up to be super successful, didn't drink, worked out, this and this and that, and he asked him, they was like, you know, why didn't you do these things? He was like, I didn't want to be like my dad. I watched my father. The other kid, they asked him, like, you know, why do you do these things? He was like, I watched my father. But it also basically came down to a decision that they ultimately made. Like, did I want to be like him or do I not want to be like him? So.
And that's what a lot of it does. I feel as though when you get to a certain age, of course, I mean, like you may go through juvenile trauma. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? Things that you went through as a kid. But as you develop, I mean, like you become a man.
Yeah.
You become your own man and you have to make man decisions.
Yes.
Because at this point, you know what's right, you know what's wrong, or whatever. So you choosing to be a crack addict or an alcoholic, I mean, pothead. I mean, that's generally your choice. Yeah, Var.
It's God's grass. I don't smoke pot. It's God's grass. I don't know.
Well, your mother said you was a crackhead. But that's still a personal choice at that point.
Yeah.
I mean, like, you know, so you at that point you can't really fault like because my dad was this way and this and that.
Yeah.
Okay, so by you telling me my dad was this way, you chose to be the same way as your dad, but you mad because your dad was that way. That was your own personal choice to be the
like some things you got to really just break it down. Like, yo, can this be embedded in DNA, or am I just using You know, and my girlfriend, she said a lot of times, she was like, yo, you struggle so much to be not like your dad and be like him at the same time. I was like, yeah, I pick and choose from the things I want.
Yeah.
You know, my father, I would just believe, my father, he didn't go to college or anything, but he was just wise. Like, my dad taught me common sense. And that's not something you can always teach everybody.
No, you can't.
You know?
My grandfather was the same way. He didn't go to college, but he was definitely wise. Like, I mean, he was a jokester, plaything, this and that, but he always dropped some jewels to you. Mm-hmm. You know what I'm saying? And my father, he learned from my grandfather. You know what I mean? And he instilled that into me and into my siblings. You know what I mean? Like, every now and then, he'll drop some jewels to you. You know what I mean? We conversate this and that, but it dropped them jewels. It might not sink in right now because you always something like, when I'm talking to you, it's going through one ear out the other.
Yeah.
But it's going to come back to you.
And that's literally, I used to say that. I used to feel like for a very long time, I had a dad when I was young. I couldn't talk to him. And then I kind of go into it now when I think with my daughter, because I be sometimes wrapping my head around my head. I'm like, yo, my daughter don't always want to come and talk to me. Why does she don't want to? But my daughter, when she get around me, she want to clown me. She want to beat me up. But she not with me. Let somebody say something bad about me. She don't talk about my daddy. Don't talk. And I'll be like, what? And to my eyes, I was like, yo, it sucks. This girl needs you right now, but she may need you more when she's becoming more of an adult. When her conscience is talking to her and she's like, Daddy, I don't know how to, when she starts like, I'm blessed enough, I'm braced for when she's old enough, she starts dating. When she wants the things that she wants to do, because it's like, yo, you got to make a decision.
You know, the funny thing about that, because I mean, as of Sunday, I got a 16-year-old daughter. You know, I didn't know, just sidebar, did not just find out that I had a 16-year-old daughter. She's been my daughter this whole time. She just turned 16 on Sunday. But
by confirming that, we know DJ Les still have some of those guns that he was talking about. They just may be legal now.
I definitely do. So try me if you want. But on some real shit, I mean, like, I had to embrace the fact of her having, like,
becoming older
and her having a friend.
Dating and dealing with men, you guys. And
she's not dating.
Okay,
she has a friend.
Okay, gotcha.
You know, but I had to accept it because I'm like, Dick, if I get mad and shut her out and this and that, all she's gonna do from here on out is hide everything from me.
Yeah, exactly.
You know what I'm saying? And then I'm left out the loop. So that means from here on out, she'll be sneaking around, doing this and that creates a pattern of being sneaky.
Gotcha.
So I figured, I'm like, you know what? I don't like the idea 100%, but fuck it. Long as I'm included into the circle, you know what I mean? I know everything that's going on, and I can kind of orchestrate it a little bit and control it. How far it goes, what happens, what does. You know what I mean? Shit gonna happen. And we've been teenagers.
And I know.
They'll figure out a way.
I don't think it's gonna naturally, because we both dads. Ain't nothing going unless you there with a gun or whatever. But I was always saying, that's what I was like. I felt, especially as dads with little girls, because the biggest threat to a woman is a man. Like, I felt as though as we gotten older, we started teaching more of our daughters. We don't have to force it on them. Like I said, teaching our daughters how to really defend themselves. We'll teach the boys. We're so hard on the boys, but people think that little girls can't breed princesses and know how to protect themselves. I was like, yeah, you ever heard of a warrior princess? You know what I mean? So,
I can guarantee you, my daughter is.
I know, and as a father in the back of your head, you're like, you know what? I'm gonna always worry about my daughter, but I gave my daughter these skills to let her know, like, listen.
I see my daughter's hands.
So
she's definitely a warrior princess.
And that's
she's a girly girl,
female friends,
but I seen her get busy.
I was like, that's going to be the only thing that's ever really going to start stopping some of these guys out here to women start weaponizing. I was like, yo, I've had these talks with a lot of my female friends, and I'm pretty sure I'm going to put out a disclaimer. Somebody's still going to answer this or hear this with their emotions. I explained it to her like with rape. I think women should be able to walk out the house butt-ass naked and not be bothered. If you're going to look, you look, whatever the case may be. But there should be no negative, nothing. Nobody shouldn't get bothered, nothing like that. But when I turned around and asked him the same question, I was like, yo, sis, let's go to, if we was at a barbecue in the hood, you know what I'm saying? We sitting there, right? But we look up the street, you know, we see a car, you know what I'm saying? Like, yo, why do you cut your lights off? Why do you rolling the windows down? Why do you coming on the street? You can ask most urban females, like, oh, yeah, we know shit about to get hot. I was like, all right,
oh, yeah.
Why we know that? Because we in the hood. She was like, oh, because I was like, exactly. Is it okay? She's like, no. Is it acceptable? No. But I was like, what keeps you aware of shit like that from growing up and seeing like, oh, shit, I know what to look for. That's all I be saying. I was like, yo, do what you're going to do.
That's a good thing.
You just have to be aware of the world that you in. The world ain't going to bend for you all the time.
I mean, because, and honestly, that's why, because I had took my son at one point, he was living in Broadway, and I took him to live with me in Newark, because I needed you to be in this atmosphere. I mean, I need you to see how things move and how shit pop off, so you know the signs, because eventually you're going to become an adult. You're going to go out there and party and shit like that.
You're going to be on your own.
So you need to know when shit don't look right.
And start listening to that gut.
yo, you ready? Know what I mean? Like, and just keep it pushing. Know what I mean? Or, you know, even far as like my oldest son, I mean, he's driving now. So
we gonna play DJ Morles, y'all. Goddamn, his daughter's 16. His son driving, and you stop smoking? Oh my God! I mean, you drinks. You still? You sure you don't want this blunt, bro? I think he's lying, fresh. I think he go home. He's like, I'm just hit a little clip. You know what I'm saying? Because goddamn, my insurance didn't went up.
That's why I got hit.
Like, my insurance is going up because my son is driving. So my daughter's dating. My blood pressure going up. Like, everything going up. Like, damn.
But I'm like, Dig, like you have to experience driving the North. Like you have to know how to react to a stolen car coming down the block.
Yeah, word.
You know what I'm saying?
Knowing
so you don't become a victim.
How a stolen car look. Like, it's crazy.
Yeah, how it look.
All of us out now, we'll see a car, like, that shit stolen. And we'll say it's so simple and shit, like, that shit weaving in and out of traffic. What's that, an Audi? Oh, that's some super shit. Yeah, that shit stolen.
Yeah, that shit stolen.
Like, and
we
you
see
learn
a car
that from these
fucked
neighborhoods.
up, like, oh yeah, that shit stolen.
Word. Like,
but I mean, like, it's. I mean, you got to recognize those signs, and it's not a bad thing.
You learn these things in these type of neighborhoods, man.
Yeah.
This is how you learn. Like, yo, people like, I get teased all the time. Like, yo, are you old as hell? I was like, I ain't old, nigga. It's just that some of y'all was 11 and 12, and I'm sorry, but, you know, we all got dealt different hand of cars, but I was like, I actually got to be a kid, my nigga. Yeah. Some of y'all couldn't be a kid, so don't tell me that I'm old, because I tell them all the time, I was like, you niggas that say I'm old, like, yeah, I was 17 doing what y'all was doing at 30 and 32. He was like, I know, my nigga. That's why you be sitting there congratulating yourself, like, I got my driver's license. I was like, you know they give those out in high school, right? Like, you know, I hate to burst your bubble, but yeah, that was a privilege. It's not your God-given right. So,
but you know what? I'm a victim of that.
What?
I mean, like, far as saying the same, like, oh, the shit y'all doing now. And I mean, like, I was doing that shit.
I'm saying from a bragging point. You know what I'm saying? I'm like, if you're gonna brag, nigga, like, all right, nigga, what you got to show for it? And it was like, stupidity.
And I would have rather my young adulthood move slower than it did. Because it's like, I don't enjoy shit the same way because I did it so early. You kind of get what I mean?
And like, how, honestly,
like, this is not fun to me no more because I've been doing it for so long, and it should be fun to me.
What can you honestly say? At what age would you say you cut it out all that shit? Like you say you was like, yo,
the street shit?
Yeah.
Shit. 42.
Yep. So exactly.
So maybe about 41.
I was about to say because like yo, one thing too.
Nah, it was in my 30s. I was in my 30s.
Exactly. So bro, you know what another thing is too. I got to tell people how many Mac men do you know is easy to just turn that leaf over so quickly and not be.
But you know what? I had a great foundation.
Support system. You had a great
support system. I had, I mean, like,
worked,
so
bro.
All of them talks finally sat in and was like, dig. I mean, like, nigga, you got like 10 kids out here.
People telling me, like, yo, bro, you got something to lose, my nigga. Like, you know. So exactly.
Because it was to a point where it's, in my early 20s, it was like, and it's crazy because people will tell you, I literally had my outfit laid out for my funeral.
Wow.
Every day, like, dig. Yo, if something happened to me, yo, this is what I want to wear. Make sure I look fly as fucking that shit. I mean, that's the mentality I had.
Thank you, universe, for bringing me DJ Morles now and not then. Thank you.
I mean, like, so that was my type of mentality. And eventually, you know, I matured and had 1,000 kids. And
one thing what we're going to do that you probably don't give yourself, we're going to pat you on the back because you made a change.
I made a change.
And a lot of people they take that for granted. Like when they're like, oh yeah, he got it. I was like, bro, there's people we know now that's 40s, 50s. They make them jokes like, yeah, they got control of us out the streets. I was like, they stuck. They can't. But they got used to a certain lifestyle and they're like, fuck, I can't. If I want to do this, I got to do this.
Like when I see on like RLS or something like that, and it's somebody that's 45 or better that got killed, and I know the situation like, oh, this nigga was trapping, so 45, 50 years old, what the fuck is you still doing in the corner?
Exactly. Why don't you own that corner, or at least or like, real estate or something?
If you still have to sit on the corner, that means that you're still making minimum money. And you've been making minimum money for a minimum of...
a maximum long time.
For at least 20 years.
Right.
Like, nigga, you should be collecting a pension right now.
I thought that was the game. You only did that because that was your way to success. You know, I tell you
at least try to move up. I mean...
I tell some brothers, I was like, yo, bro, there's a difference between being a drug dealer and being a hustler. I was like, hustlers can sell anything. You just was good at selling drugs. I was like, now you just have to take that...
Oh, shout out to my brother Echo. I mean, I don't mean to cut you off. Shout out to my brother Echo. He was one of the ones that, I mean, he used to be on Sly and Leslie. I mean, Sly and Leslie. Sly and Lines. I mean, like, and he was getting bread, but he turned a coat early where he models for what the fuck is the brand called? But it's a high-end brand that he models for. He acts, I mean, like, any hot thing, like he's there. You know what I'm saying? Like he transitioned himself and knew how to move. I mean,
it also sounded like he found out what he wanted to do with his life at a very early age. Because for a lot of black dudes, if they found out that this is really what I want, I tell niggas all the time. I was like, bro, I don't give a fuck if you want to make crayons real good, my nigga. Be the best crayon maker. Like when I used to be at some of these open mics and like you hear people talk about their craft, they don't sound so motivated. Yeah. They sound down. Like, I just want. I was like, my nigga. I was talking to a crowd. I was like, my nigga, if you want to tie shoes for a living, motherfucker, when you get up here, you better tie the fuck out these shoes. You feel me? Like everybody's got something, but what makes it different is because you doing it. And can't nobody replicate you.
Message.
The talent. I mean, whatever it may be. Like I got a cousin also. I mean, like this is the biggest trap star I know in my life. I mean, and the biggest goon I know in my life. I mean, my cousin Blizz. I mean, like when I say true goon. And far as getting money, far as hustling, he was getting thousands and thousands, then millions of dollars as a teenager. I mean, so
sounds like Young Jeezy.
Yeah. And now he's pretty much like an ambassador for Xbox.
That's what's up.
You know what I'm saying? Like
gaming is the way to go.
And like all he does now is play fucking games. You know what I'm saying? Like
get paid, yo. Don't forget, y'all, he get paid. There's a difference now. Niggas get paid for games.
When I say he gets paid like I mean, like so he turned the leaf on that. I mean, like, and from coming from where he was at, and he's seen a lot of trauma through. I mean, I don't want to put his business out there, but he's been through a lot of trauma. I mean, through his upbringing and things that he had to go through, and look where he at now. You know what I'm saying? Like that's dope to me. Like, I mean, so it's never too late.
Never, bro. And I'm not gonna tell you. Right now, I'm battling with feeling like I'm running out of time. And I'll be like I said, I'm always transparent with shit. I kick myself all the time. Like fresh now, even though it's like I just texted him the other day. Like, yo, I feel like only reason why I feel like I'm running out of time because I know I've wasted time and wasn't being consistent as I needed to be in the past with my comedy. So
I get it, but you control your own time.
Exactly. And that's why I was like, I feel as though that right there, when you start saying and feeling like that, that's just your little indicator. Keep you motivated. Because if you don't got that, you get comfortable, and then after a while, you're like, holy shit, hold up, I didn't do anything. I didn't get to it. So I feel like we always still need our little indicators and our little motivators.
We definitely do. Because I felt the same way too. And I mean, like jumping back into the DJ game, like I don't want people to think like I just started DJing. If you know me and really know me, I've been DJing since 8th grade, high school. I've been DJing since then. I went on a long hiatus or whatever and jumped back into it maybe like 5 years ago. You know what I'm saying? So, and granted, I'm in mainstream as far as DJing world goes, but imagine and I beat myself up because I'm like, damn, if I'd have just stuck with it, I'd have been on this radio station. I'd have been on this stage. I'd have been doing that. So yes, I beat myself up about it, but it's still motivation because it's not too late. I control my time.
Being that you said that, it really piqued my interest because now I have a question. Do you think that too is because it's almost like, I want to say not like school, but it's like you're amongst a class of people. Like I'm sure you got homies that you know in your head, like, oh, he been DJing and damn, look what he had. If I would have stayed on that road. And you ever think that, like everybody say, everybody's got their own time, but it's like, yo, we be focused on a time because we like, yo, this is our time right now. This is our generation.
Yeah.
I'm coming up with these people. And it's like, yo, maybe it's just not. Maybe you're not even supposed to be popular to this crowd that we have right now, this generation. And maybe the one that's following. And just as big as these people were to this one, you're going to be big to that one behind it.
To the one behind it. Exactly.
Like,
And that's how I try to move off it. I mean, because like it's a lot of DJs that's my age that, turned a deaf ear to the new music that's out. I mean,
drill music and everything like that.
Drill music and just anything new coming out.
Mumble music.
I mean, like me. I mean, like I like everything that came out in the '90s and some of the stuff from the '80s. But I mean, I still didn't turn a deaf ear to what comes out now.
If it sounded good, I'm going to give it its props. You know what I'm saying? I'm not going to just like, oh, I'm all seer.
And I think that's my notch. So I can still do like, because I did a Sweet 16 2 weeks ago, and I rock because I can still tap into that. I mean, like Jersey Club was, as far as when we was growing up, was percolated, hit it from the back, shit like that. Yeah. Now it was like a whole different sound as far as Jersey Club. Actually, I like this shit. I mean, like
it still gets you going.
It still gets you going. I mean, and I can rock with it. Some DJs my age or older, like, nah, they ain't clipping. Like, you got to play this. I mean, like, nah, that shit whack for me. Like, I hate sitting at a house music festival. I can do maybe an hour, but after that, I feel like I'm in a trance. I mean, like,
Bro,
I mean, house music
as
is
you
dope.
saying this, like I'm just remembering all the club music songs because we only had a couple basic ones. Like my man used to rock around and like he only had 3 club tracks on his CD. So like, and all he did was you knew he was coming because you would hear one of the 3 songs. Like this nigga had "Girl, Let Me Feel Your Booty." Like, he had that shit. What else? Of course, he had Lil Kim, "Hot, Hot," that shit, and then the last one was the "Feel Me." That shit. Oh man.
So that's what I mean. Like I said, like to tap on what you said, it could be right. My time wasn't then.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? My time could be now because I can still tap into the younger generation, and the younger generation actually taps into me. I mean, like
I almost made that same mistake too with the music though.
And I always I get back to the community. Like I DJ'd the Trunk or Treat festival that they had in my town, free of charge. You know what I mean? Because I give back to the community. It's not giving back if I charge.
Yeah, word.
You know what I mean? So I did that and I rocked over there. You know what I mean? Like I'm doing an 8th grade dance, you know what I mean, a couple of weeks from now.
With the youth.
You know what I mean? So, but like I can still be in tune and tap into that. You know what I mean? To in a sense to still keep my youthness and like my ear's still young.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? And still stay relevant because
Inside
honestly, house music eventually, these house heads, y'all motherfuckers is 50, 60 and up.
Yeah, word. I'm like, yeah.
Y'all about to phase out.
You got more days behind you than you do in front of you, pal.
I mean, so you just gotta still keep an open ear. Don't shut these young guys out.
I never do. That's why when it comes to music, bro, like I make the jokes, like don't get me wrong. What I was thinking about, like I said, making that same mistake, I didn't turn a deaf ear. It's just that when the guys like Lil Uzi, like I became a big fan of Juice WRLD, but when they first came out, I wasn't used to those gangster rappers. I was like, the gangster rappers I'm used to, I'm like, wait a minute. Like, I'm used to Jim Jones and Game. And when I started seeing these guys and it was gangster, especially Young Thug and like the stuff that he was doing, I was like,
pocketbooks.
Yeah, you know? And like, it was I remember seeing this video. Life. And I'm watching him, I'm like, this guy, he was saying all this gangster stuff and he's popping his shoulder and I'm like, wait a minute, these are the new gangsters now? I was like, these are the guys that's going to shoot you now? So that's the only thing I was just open-minded. I was like, wow, that caught me off guard. But the music, I like the music.
And the funny thing is about some of them, you know, it was a culture shift. And from what interviews I done watched and different things I done seen online and did my own little research, Young Thug on the streets is actually that dude.
And that's just crazy.
As sassy as he is,
that's what I was like.
He's
like,
actually that dude on the streets.
And the crazy thing about it, son, that's why I used to make a joke about it. I was like, how the fuck y'all let this nigga join? But y'all ain't let me join because I had a dad. Like, I used to sound mad because I was like, how the hell? I'm like, yo, bro, trust and all, we all been downtown. I was like, he don't look like a blood from downtown Newark. I was like, I have not seen any bloods down here with no nail polish on, nose rings and all of that, but he got this big ass Ruger in his pocket or this Sig Sauer. Like, I was like, okay, it's, changes, I'm welcome to change. I'm just saying, I used to make a joke about that. I was like, so this guy he's the most feared blood, but boy, oh boy, 2-parent home VAR couldn't become a gang member. I was like, wow. You stereotyping people. But
other than that,
speaking of the music though, the music is definitely detrimental to mental health.
It is.
Like if it makes you feel good and opens your mind, like listen to it, man. Like shit, I love Sam Smith. I'm not gonna put it in the car and we all in there smoking and whatnot. Like I'm not about to put on like, yo, Fresh, pass me the blunt. I know I'm not the only. Like,
but you know what? I mean, it's nothing wrong with that because you open people up to different cultures.
Yeah, that's what I was saying. Like you open their eyes.
Because it took me a long time to listen to anything other than hip hop or R&B or black music. Period. I mean, then I started opening my eyes. I'm like, actually, this shit is kind of dope.
Like, yeah.
What's the white boy? I'm about to put
shit. It's another dude. He made one song, and the crazy part about it, the irony is, the name of the song is somebody that you used to know. This nigga came and made one song, and now he's somebody that we used to know. Like, you don't remember that song? Like, doom, 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 doom. That shit.
Yeah.
But you didn't have to cut me off. That shit. That's my shit. I think his name's Goatee or Goat, whatever. It's Goyte.
I'm looking for my boy. I'm trying to remember his name.
Who else?
I got turned into his music. And I'm like, oh, this white boy dope.
I still go listen to Marilyn Manson, Sweet Dreams. I don't know why. I just turn it on.
All right, bro, I ain't stepping that deep.
It's dope. It's Marilyn Manson. DMX made a song with him. DMX made a song with Marilyn Manson.
DMX was a different breed.
He definitely was.
Definitely
the crazy part about it, the song was Damien too. So I was like, I kind of get
it kind of fit it.
I kind of get where he was going.
Kanye had Marilyn Manson. So
Kanye had Marilyn? He had a song with Marilyn?
Yeah. Yeah.
Oh. Did not know that.
Yeah. I mean, see, a little lesson.
Interesting fun fact. You know Lil Uzi, who his role model is. That was the only person he was following on social media for a very long time. Marilyn Manson. He got his chain made out of Marilyn Manson. And then when I thought about it, a battle rapper kind of like brought it to the light. I was like, they was trying to say like Lil Uzi Vert was like, satanic and all this and that. And he was like, I think he said, speed up Lil Uzi Vert. And if you say it fast, it's Lucifer. Uzi Vert, Lucifer, 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 Lucifer. I was like, oh shit. I was like, I'm scared.
Now I'm scared.
I'm scared. The crazy thing about it, I'm sitting here singing one of his most craziest fucking songs, like, push me to the edge, all my friends are dead. I'm sitting in the shower like, this is catchy, bro. I was like, all my friends are dead. Like, I was like, yeah, but I was like, wait a minute, hold on. I'm not saying no satanic chants, am I? I'm in a bathroom, my fucking bathroom light blinking. Like, whoa, all my friends are not dead. I take it back.
Well, some of my friends are, because I do like Benjamins. I do like,
and that's what I had to learn. I had to do my research. That's what he was talking about.
Yeah, that's what he was talking about.
I was like, that sounds very satanic. I was like, because any normal human being would have thought you meant your real friends, pal. But you were talking about money. I was like, yep, that sounds like you've given away your soul. Lil Uzi Vert.
Unfortunately, I can't find him. What the fuck is his name?
Remember the name of the
Ed Sheeran.
song?
That's his name.
Who?
Ed Sheeran.
Yo, I listened to some of his songs, but I need to save him because he just sounds great.
Yeah, Ed Sheeran is dope. I mean, like, that's what I'm saying. Like, being introduced into different cultures and different sounds and different cultures. I mean, like, it definitely it's definitely a good thing. I mean, like, because it opened my eyes to a lot of different artists that I would never had listened to.
Yeah. Like I said with me, man, if it makes me move, it sounds good to the soul, I'm gonna listen to it.
I don't give a fuck what.
Okay, good music is good music.
Good music.
So send me good music. I don't care who the black, brown, green. Like I thought I was kidding. I was really blasting that dude song. I think his name's like Thiet or something like 40 watt, 42. You can't tell me that song ain't catchy. Listen to it a couple of times on some like a nice loudspeaker.
Well, you listen to some crazy shit.
That shit was amazing, bro. To listen to Warren G and Nate Dogg.
I secretly listen to Drake.
Why secretly, man?
I secretly anticipate his album.
I'm as a Drake fan, like I'm a Drake fan and a Kanye fan, but I would say out of the two, I'm a bigger Drake fan. Yeah, and I like Kanye's album more than I did Drake's. Because the music, the music to me just felt more. It was music, and Drake. I kind of felt like Drake was just he knew he got the status and whatnot. So he's like, no, I'm gonna put out an album. It's still gonna do numbers, but it ain't do Take Care. You know what I'm saying? I was like, oh, we need that. I want that Drake back, like that Take Care Drake.
Yeah, Take Care Drake was dope. What was that one? He was sitting on top of the shit.
Views
was dope to me too.
Yeah, Views was dope, but not that. Dope. But yo, it seemed like just about every track on Take Care, son, you didn't really skip through anything.
No, you definitely didn't.
I still listen to Marvin's Room. I'm fine. I'm not emotionally stable. I'm sad or nothing. Yo, but remember I was telling y'all like, yo, how my mind just captures the weirdest shit of shit. Like, you want to know what lives rent free in my head? That conversation in the beginning of the song. He calls and he be like, hello. Yeah, I just walked in.
Everything is wrong in this fucking picture.
Whoa.
Fresh, you gotta see it.
Whoa.
Everything is wrong.
If asked out and turn up was a photo. Turned out for what? This is why when I see photos like this would always let me know that.
Shout out to Juicebox.
Men's,
because she always got some shit up to it.
Men's friendships are stronger than female friendships.
Thoughts overrule the regular chicks now, yo. There's more thoughts in the world than regular chicks now.
I don't think so. I 100% disagree with that.
Ladies want us to call out fuck niggas and fuck boys on ABS and when I was like, with sisters, are y'all doing your job? Calling out y'all fuck sisters? Like, come on.
Exactly, because I mean, like, let's keep it a buck. I mean, like, at the end of the day, yeah, you want a nigga that got this, you got that. I don't want no bum broke chick neither. I mean, like, I don't want no chick I gotta take care of. Like, well, you supposed to do this for, you supposed to do that for. Cool, I would provide all of that for my lady. You know what I'm saying? But making money off OnlyFans, if that's how she make it. My wife making money off OnlyFans. She posts her feet. That's how we pay our motherfucking rent. You wanted to know. That's how we pay our rent every month. She posts her feet.
Until spring and summertime come
twice
around.
a week.
She wearing some chancletas and she's like, excuse me, are you Strawberry 22? I know those toes. It's me, it's Rick. Rick LaFleur 69. I'm your biggest fan. These shits, man. And yo, but damn, that's what I was trying to say too. Like, speaking of like just the OnlyFans and whatnot, like, and the bullying and whatnot, I was trying to paint a picture about bullying and whatnot. I was like, yo, I pray it never happens, but it's a thing now. You know, these kids got access to all kind of drugs. So, you know, like that, them lean and that opioids and all that.
All of that is depressants.
And that's another thing.
It
You
makes
imagine
us-
something with a kid that's a freshman, get a hold of that shit, and he can get a hold of a gun, and he walk into a class or a gym room, and it's a bunch of seeing niggas talking about saying, oh shit, I know your mother, little nigga, I got her OnlyFans. Wow. How you gonna combat that? You could be the funniest nigga all you want, but every day some niggas got pictures of your half naked mother on their phone, and you got to go to school. He gonna bust one. He gonna end one of them niggas' talk.
And that's the crazy thing. Like as parents and as adults, we have to take responsibility of, because you got to think, you was a kid at one point too. You know what I'm saying? Like in the way the internet is so accessible right now and things of that nature. Like these kids, it may come up just as a mention. Your mother up there shaking her ass. You know what I'm saying? Like I gotta deal with that trauma. Exactly. I gotta deal with motherfuckers fucking me every single day about it. You know what I mean? Like, I ain't never seen your ass, so they ain't supposed to see it.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Like,
disclaimer, this is no shade to any mom that's maybe out there actually having to use OnlyFans. I have to get that disclaimer because someone will be like, well, I gotta do. No problem, sis. Just let you know that every decision that we make comes with consequences, whether good, immediate, bad.
Every
good
action is a reaction.
Even the good decisions you feel you've made, those come with consequences too.
Because I mean,
Message.
A friend that you know, she got kids or whatever, and her kids used to constantly disrespect her because the shit she was doing out in the streets, like you doing this out in the streets in our neighborhood. I go to my friend's house. I hear my friend's mother talking shit about you. You know, she did this and that. She was sucking this one. I mean, you know how that feel as a kid? Like, so I lost respect for you.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Like, so you don't, as an adult, you don't have to always, you protecting your name, but you actually protecting your child name at the same time. You know what I'm saying? Like, if a child walk into a room and all of a sudden the adults get quiet, he been talking about your mother. Yeah. Or they've been talking about your mother or your father, this and that. You know what I'm saying? So like, I always try to leave, with my presence, with my children, I always try to leave a legacy of, of like, it's nothing you can say bad about my dad. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? Either, oh, your dad, he was a goon out here. I mean, it's not necessarily a good thing. Now that I'm older, it's not necessarily a good thing, but you didn't get left with the fact that, oh, your father was a sucker. I mean, like, we should smack the shit out of him every day. Exactly. You know what I'm saying? Like,
at the end of the day, in that light, your dad got respected.
Yeah.
And nobody ain't taking that.
You know what I'm saying? Like,
so, and that's one thing you love to just hear as a young man. Like, all right, my daddy wasn't being disrespected.
Because at a certain age, all right, your life isn't your life. It's not your life is done, but like you're done. So you got kids. So now you have to live to protect your children. So your legacy sets a legacy for your kids. Yeah. You get what I'm saying? So like you gotta be no super tough guy. You just can't be you can't be a fuckboy out in these streets.
I best thing I can honestly say, like how I tell y'all, like people that meet me, they be like, yo, why? I was like, bro, I just try to be genuine and transparent.
That's all.
Agendas and in the light. My dad was like that because I learned like, yo, my dad was different than I was. I had a little bit more confidence only because I had the height and I was funny. Like really, that's talk, bro. That was it. For high school, people remember it was like, yo, Var was tall, waves, jerseys, and he could play basketball. He was funny. I wasn't.
But that was your thing.
There was no gang or nothing. But for some reason, growing up over the years, I had homies that would come like, yo, anybody fucking with you? I'm like, no, not that I know of. Why? You know what I'm saying? Like, I never had to call anybody. Plus, that just wasn't me. I know so many people, but I'm always by myself.
But it's cool because like I had friends, and just because you're not especially back then during my era, I mean, when I thought I was a tough guy, I mean, like, you didn't have to be a tough guy to hang with me. You didn't have to be a tough guy to be my friend.
As long as you could take care of yourself, you know,
not even take care of yourself.
You know what I'm saying?
I mean, like, because I had friends like, all right, if it pop off, like, if we got to go somewhere and it's just me and you, we not going certain places. You get what I'm saying? Yeah. Because I know something might happen. Yeah, I know what you about. It's not a bad thing, but I'm not going to put you in that situation. I'm not going to put myself in that situation.
I had a lot of friends that was like, I had friends that was on both opposite sides, but when it came to me, they was like, oh, no, Var, not even in this. Yeah. But I always told myself, too, if I ever was to go out, because we was young, not even just because of that, just being out young, niggas going to the movies, it's just other groups of guys, whatever the case may be, I just need to be on my P's and Q's. You know what I'm saying? I'm big. Like, dudes are always going to really try to come. If they're going to try to fight me one-on-one anyway or not bust me upside my head with something because I'm too damn big. And that's why to this day, so many homies that I know I respect that I'm not turning them out because you still may be trapping or you still whatever. I'm like, you showing me respect and always was a true and genuine friend to me despite whatever, son. I'm not about to turn another cheek on you, dog.
Exactly, because I never shun those type of people away. I mean, because like
being tough. You don't really got to be no tough guy.
You don't got to be no tough guy. Nah, to hang with me. Not at all. I mean, like, I already know, and I'm like, oh, that nigga ran. Like, I knew he was going to run. I mean, like,
like DMX,
I still fuck with him like that's my dude.
What DMX say people? He's like, trust people to be who they are.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? You know your man ain't the most.
I respect that. And probably if you showed yourself out of character, dude, what the fuck was you doing?
Yeah.
That's not even you. You put yourself into this equation. You know what I'm saying? Like, I had a homie that hauled ass on me one time. I mean, I'm like, you ain't gonna say nothing to him? Like, nah, because I knew the nigga, this ain't his thing.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
I knew he was gonna run. I mean, I created the situation. I created my ass whooping. I mean,
yo, and a lot of brothers can't even give you that, bro. Y'all don't hear DJ Morles over here dropping these gems. I hope y'all writing this down. I really hope y'all writing this down. Don't worry, it's gonna be put out, but write these down. Write these down when you do.
No man, I hope so.
Because this is stuff that I try to bring light on. Like this is what I feel is common sense, and it makes logical sense, and it can be passed down to help the next generation to survive and move along with our own brothers. I'm saying like we got to be the best of friends, but this got to cut this op and enemy shit out, bro. Because we're the most powerful ones out here. There's more of us.
We definitely are.
Like,
but Var, before we close out, I mean, we definitely got to shed some light on a few things. Comic of the week, other than yourself, because you definitely did your thing at
I felt good.
You definitely did your thing last.
I don't know what it is with black people. Like, you know, they just everything. You smoking weed. Everybody else, Karen Cook, you smoking weed. She's like, you smoking that shit. He's like, whoa, Valerie, hold on. It grows.
Always in the bio. I mean, so definitely tap in. And Var360 is performing.
I will be there. Justice and Fresh said he will be doing too. I'm just kidding, y'all. You know,
we got Eli Rich as the headliner. Woo! He's dope. I mean, like
Eli. Who else? Eli there. My brother Sal Holmes. My brother Todd Diggs. Who else?
Eli's he my step cousin through marriage. I don't even think that exists, but I'm gonna claim him. I mean, definitely check it out.
I can't wait to just be like. I just can't wait to like life pass so I could be old as shit and talk to Elijah like he really is my nephew. Because I remember first time him performing to open mics and watching him now, so I could just talk to him like, oh, I remember you told your first joke. You wasn't as funny as you think you are now, but you bald head motherfucker. You know, I can't wait to get that old. That's the only reason why I want to get old. I don't want to get old for nothing else. I just want to have those conversations and talk like that.
But who do you want to highlight this week? Because we always, if you've been following the show, this episode 3, so it ain't too much to follow just yet. But if you've been following us, like every week we always highlight a comedian. We always highlight a rap artist.
Skit of the week too. But the skit of the week and the comedian got to be the same, no? Well, I got a skit of the week.
Oh, we got a lot of skits.
But we got a lot of skits. But as far as the, me and my comedian of the week, it's one of our very own because I don't think people are paying attention to how hard my brother's been working. But my man, comedian Harry O.
This nigga fucking vampire.
Why the fuck I did not want to play? Is he
You
a
should
real
have got
vampire? You the one who said this was a good neighborhood.
You don't see the goddamn teeth. You asking me if he's a real vampire. I think he got teeth and shit.
Go Harry. I'm gonna go far with that name, Harry. Harry, I like that. Harry. The face of comedy for us guys is Harry.
So being that Var, we highlighted the comedian of the week. We definitely want to shout Harry O out. I got my artist. I do want to touch.
You got for us, man. You got another art. We got another artist.
Got another artist. Another female. I'm really feeling my female artists right now. Like this is the last 2 years has been the year. Females been running hard right now. The dopest shit that been coming out has been by these females.
It's funny. One of my closest friends, Tori Key, she said that. She said that years ago. She was like, "Yo, pretty soon, she was like, next few years, hip hop is going to be taken over by the females." And
definitely,
I got it. That's that woman's intuition. She was right.
But yeah, definitely, I want to shout out my girl, Nisa.
He talking pussy on me till I had him open. All over his face shit. I should make a lotion. Mix it like a potion. Hit the slow motion. He went free willy till he came across this ocean. Screaming, yeah. Oh, I think he like me. Got me on his IG and bitches wanna fight me. You bitches could bite me. I said it.
Did she just do I think what is the Voices of the Streets? This is a guy that's going around with a microphone. Did she just recently do one?
Just recently.
Yeah, I heard that one.
She definitely recently
I felt scared.
So definitely follow
what happened to me.
It's Nisa F Baby. That's her IG handle. Definitely go check her out. Like she dope. She go hard.
Yeah, watch it. These pretty girls today, bro. They don't play about shooting you. They be talking about it in rhymes. So like, yeah, I pull up. I was like, damn, shorty. Like, feel sorry for you brothers out here that fell in love with the shorty that'll shoot you, brother. Like, woohoo. Happened to the ladies that just punch you. Nah, you shorties just bust a cap in yours. And I was like, damn.
But jumping off of Nisa, I mean, like she definitely dope. She definitely a dope sister to check out. I mean, but I ain't gonna lie, Var, it's been some funny shit on
the hilarity.
lately.
There's always something funny. Yo, the internet forever be undefeated.
It's definitely undefeated. I mean, like
nobody beating the internet.
I gotta start off with my boy, DK.
DK.
He always in his,
DKV.
he definitely always in his bag. He always find a way to get you there. I mean, and right now, shit, he had 28,000 likes. I mean, like, it is what it is.
I feel like I heard it.
That nigga running fast as hell with some tight ass jeans.
You know one thing I noticed about DK? DK do everything strong as shit. Boy.
Strong as shit.
Like, damn.
I need his trainer.
I want to know the secret? He told me. He don't got an average neck. You ever notice DK don't really got that much of a neck?
He ain't got no damn neck.
He once told me he had to lean back to swallow.
That sounds like some DK shit.
You know what I'm saying? I can't eat like regular niggas and shit. I got to lean back when I swallow. Okay.
Yo, Var, I ain't gonna lie. This one had me dying. And it got 6 million views.
God damn.
Look, G, this look like hella bands, don't it?
I ain't got no money.
20 on bottom. Hella one.
I told you, the Clint glance, he look like E a little bit. With the Clint glance, he look like E a little bit.
20 on bottom.
Oh, ones.
I've been in G code.
Hella bands, don't it?
That is, ain't it?
I ain't got no money. 20 on top. 20 on bottom. Hella one.
That big ass coat, yo. Yo, that took the cake from me, bro. I ain't gonna lie, I was dying. What we got up next? Nah, I ain't gonna do Chris like that. What we got?
Oh, bro, let me smoke with you. Me, let me smoke with you.
Who got smoke with you? Let's go holler.
No, I'm trying to smoke with you.
You ain't never had before?
Yeah.
Well, you been high before. You already know what's up there.
Come on, bro, let me smoke with you.
I'm smoking this for research purposes. I gotta make sure you get me high first.
Let me smoke with you, bro.
You ain't got no tobacco on you?
Nah.
Well, this is outside. I know you like to smoke locally.
Come on, bro, let me smoke with you.
This loud and this a quiet neighborhood.
Bro, let me smoke with you.
You got $60 on you?
Yeah.
Okay, let's go get you a 3-5.
No, I'm gonna smoke with you.
No, it's a strong misunderstanding. We're gonna get you high all day, and we're gonna get you some blunt woods.
Oh, bro.
I figured that was something you and Fresh could relate to. That shit funny to me because you always got that nigga that just want to hit the blunt. He don't never put in.
Swear.
I am a former smoker, so I know the struggle.
What's the wildest thing you can say you think somebody when smoking? Something like one of the wildest things. For me, I mean, one of my homies invited me to smoke my weed with him. He called me. He's like, "Well, what you doing, son?" I'm like, "I'm chilling, bro." He's like, "It was good. Where are you, bro? You trying to smoke?" I'm like, "Word, bro." He's like, "All right, cool." I was like, "All right, so I'm gonna see you in a bit." I was like, "Word." So I'm pulled up. I'm coming downstairs. I get in the car. I'm like, "Oh shit." He's like, "Yeah, word." He's like, "You ready to smoke?" I'm like, "Word." He's like, he looking at me. I'm looking at him. I'm like, "What happened?" He's like, "He said you wanted to smoke." I was like, "Yeah." What? He's like, "You got weed, right?" I was like, "Yeah." He was like, "All right, so roll up." I was like, "Wait. You invited me to smoke my weed?" I was gonna smoke my weed anyway
by yourself.
By myself. So wait, I was like, "So you just formally invited me to smoke my weed?" Wow. I don't know if it'll feel offended or say thank you for manners, but damn, nigga.
Because I've learned new terminology when it comes to weed. Like I never heard the word match. Like I'm about to match him.
Yeah, I was
match. What the fuck do that mean? Match. Like it's a dating game. What the fuck are you talking about? I mean, like, no, like I'm gonna smoke his weed. He gonna smoke my weed and we good. Yeah. I mean, like,
it was the new form of having 5. They was trying to upgrade from having 5 on it. It was like, "No, I don't got 5, but I got a blunt too." They're like, "Oh, why? Cool." But I'm also from the generation of rolling Dutches. Like, yo, like when I first got into like entourages and started seeing people like tease you or whatnot, I'm like, listen, first and foremost too, like, don't be around me if you're a Karen with roll up. They're like, "Oh no, I don't smoke out of that. I roll out of it." Bitch, bye. It's all weed, goddammit. I mean, I agree that we trying to be healthy too, but I'm from the era, bro, sitting in the back seat of a 2-door Integra trying to use the street lights to roll up a Dutch and emptying the guts out the back window and making sure I don't lose that more important leaf. You know what I'm saying? So I done did my due diligence.
You showed your age. You said a 2-door Integra.
Type R.
Type R.
Fast and Furious first came out when everybody wanted to be like Dominic and shit.
So he was Puerto Rican, the nigga that you was chilling with.
No, he's my cousin. He just the niggas he was chilling with, they were Puerto Ricans though. He definitely was. He definitely had a couple. He had a Danny. He had a Danny in there. Danny Garcia in there somewhere.
I mean, but we're gonna wrap this show up. And I mean, like it was definitely dope vibing with y'all.
Been another phenomenal podcast.
I hope y'all continue to vibe with us every single week. And I mean, like this episode 3, episode 4 gonna be even dope. And I mean, like make sure you catch us on 420. I mean, at the comedy show, that shit gonna be fire. Like I said, we touched on it a little bit earlier. And I mean, like, but we got Eli Rich, we got Var360, we got who else we got?
We got my big bro Sal Holmes. We got Ray Gibbs. We got Ty Radio on that show. Ty? Did we get Ty from Montclair? I don't know. I might have looked at one of his other flyers. This show gonna be fire, brother. That's why I'm rocking with all the people I done started doing this thing with. So that's why I'm like, oh yes, this is a home team.
It's definitely gonna be fire. You want to check it out?
And it's
of course,
420.
You want to check out your boy DJ Morles. Like that nigga go dumb hard. I mean, like we had a party before, we had a party after. And I mean, like you just want to come check it out. And I mean, feel them vibes. I mean, like you ain't doing shit on 420. Nigga, blow something down with us. And I mean,
he's definitely got the tunes.
And do what it do.
Yeah, I hear them talking though. They ain't saying much, so what the fuck they talking for? Oh yeah, that's what it is. I wish a nigga would. You wish a nigga did.